Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, winning entrepreneur. How are we doing? How are we doing this Thursday? Amazing day. It is beautiful out there. And right, so let's get this party started. Yesterday we started the conversation on cold market prospecting, and we agreed, I hope we did, that there's no such thing as a cold market. Everybody is not warm to your concept until you warm it to them, and it's just that they are not cold. It's just that they are unaware, indifferent, disinterested, or or they are not interested really. There's a difference between disinterested and not interested, is there? Right, so let's get this party started. Good morning, Big Sam. How you doing? Good to see you here. See, one thing that the founder of Virgin Group, Mr. Richard Branson, I was watching one of his videos one day, and he said you can never go far wrong by thinking like your customer. You can never go far wrong by thinking like your customer. And we all know, because we are winners, that if you want to win, you want to listen to those that are winning, and winning like crazy. And this man, well, he definitely got the cherry on winning on the world, on life's success apple. So, in order to think like a customer, you have to understand that it's not about you. It's about them. Whatever you've produced or you create, you already own, you already have. It's not yours anymore. It is for people that you want to serve. So, you have to learn to listen, and you have to listen with your soul as opposed to with your physical ears, which will always be waiting for an in to get your word in. So when you listen with your physical presence, you kind of you're waiting for the other person to stop talking so that you can talk. When you listen with your heart, you are really listening. You are there, you are present, and you want to hear their pain, their pleasure, their desire, their need, so you can then serve them when they are ready to let you serve them. It is their story. Exactly, B. Exactly. So it's always best to create offers and content aimed at your customers' needs, aimed at the people you want to serve needs, aimed to entertain them, to empower them, or educate them. Those 3 E's, if you master those 3 E's, if you stick to those 3 E's, you can never go wrong, especially on social media. Educate, entertain, empower your audience, and they will want to eat from your hand. Literally, they'll be waiting for your post. When is she posting again? What is she saying again? And you don't have to have thousands of people liking your content. Most people who do that are in some kind of tribal, culty marketing community, and their people are liking their content, and usually so that means they are preaching to the converted. Precisely, B. So educate, empower, entertain. And there's a guy called Neil Patel that I was literally sitting at his lap and eating from his lap circa 2014. An amazing entrepreneur, and he started Quick Sprout and the Hello Bar. If you visit certain websites, there's a bar right at the top. If you visit julescarpoli.com, there's a blue bar right at the top, and it tells you about what offer we are sharing. And he's the creator of that resource, and he agrees with Sir Richard Branson. So see, great minds think alike, and I like to think that I'm one of those great minds, so I like to think like them. How about you, B? You would, wouldn't you? So I recommend that you look for what your client or prospective client is looking for. And in order to find it, first you look in the mirror, because that thing that drove you to create it is that thing that's driving the other person to look for it. Whatever need you found, it's because you probably found it inside of your ecosystem, and you decided, I'm not even going to wait for somebody to create it, I'm going to create it. Or you found that it was already out there, created by somebody. You didn't have to reinvent the wheel, and therefore you became an affiliate, a direct rep, or a rep of that particular, product. So There are several podcasts, videos, blogs, articles, you name it, online that talk about prospecting and serving your customer from their point of need, from meeting them at their point of need. And you absolutely must find that person first. And that's why the first resource that was ever put in this den was how to find your target audience and how to create that person inside of your mind and start to attract them in the physical, because if you do not see it, you cannot see it. Good morning, Jack. Get some. How are you doing? Did I hear how do you ask rapport? Did someone ask that? I think I asked it myself. Ask questions. Ask people questions and let them talk. See, I said earlier that you want to listen, Namotima. You want to listen with your soul, with your heart, with wherever you think your soul is. It's right there in your heart. And you want to let that person talk so that you can find what is it that makes them who they are and makes them the right person for your product or service. In other words, usually you're qualifying and determining their need at the same time. As you ask them questions and you listen or wait for them to type back if you're doing this typey thingy. That's why I like voice notes or phone calls. Very quick, get to know, send my energy, receive their energy, see if we are a good fit. Bish bash bosh, 10 minutes we are done. Bye, next. I'm going through my numbers. So listen to the key pain. This is the important bit. The pain comes through the pauses. The pains come through talking quickly. Gestures. If you're seeing them physically, they're gesticulating when they get to that point or when they go quiet and they kind of don't know what to say. That right there is their pain. What they say just before they get to that point is their pain. So you know whether they are the right fit for your product and how deep is that pain. Are they ready to buy? Did I ever tell you of the story of the dog that had a nail in its foot? And there was an old lady who used to sit by that dog every day selling her wares. And people were always passing by giving her the evils. And one day a man stopped and said, how evil can you be? How mean can you be letting that dog howl all day long? There's clearly a nail in its foot and you sit there and you let it howl. And the old lady said, listen, young man, this dog here can move. It's not stuck here. It's not, you may think it's nailed to the ground, but it's not. See, the thing is, if I try to move that nail, that dog will bite me every which way because the pain is in already its head, and anything and anyone that comes there close to it is literally adding to that pain. So I would not touch it if I were you. And I'll tell you now, when the pain is too much for the dog to bear, it will do whatever it can to just pull its leg out that nail. And right there, as they were talking, as this man was literally talking and saying, this dog, the dog could notice that this man was pointing at it and he thought, you won't get me, I'll get you first. This is killing me already, so I'll get you too. And it got so agitated, it pulled itself out, well, with the nail. When the pain is too deep, that client will be ready to buy. Question is, are you in front of them? Are you in front of them? Have you educated them? Have you empowered them with the knowledge that they need to choose you and to choose your product and to choose your service? EEE, educate, entertain, empower. On social media, you do those three all day long. You are in half a chance to get the prospects buying. Now, if you are like me and you post maybe once, twice, or 3 times maximum a day, you can hit those 3 E's in one day. You can educate people on how to fill in the blanks. Why fill in the blanks? Would you like to fill in the blanks? Who else would like to know fill in the blanks? There's a ton load of titles you can use and headlines. And for those of you that are doing videos, you are in a position to literally collect a ton load of prospects and do your prospecting in one hit by doing your video and using the right headline, and you get a ton load of people commenting, liking, sharing, and reaching out to you in your inbox, and you know this is definitely my target audience. Let's have a conversation. But you go pussyfooting around your headlines and writing headlines that don't serve you or your need. If you watch the news or you read the news, by the way, before we go any further, let's talk about the daily win, right? Because I've just remembered when I talked about the word news. Your daily win today is going cold turkey. No news allowed today. Go cold turkey on anything TV related. And I'm talking about news, papers, surfing online websites, and all those things that talk about news, or talk about what's the word I'm looking for, drama, or talk about anything that's supposed to be headlines. Your TV, your preferred TV channel news, go cold turkey today. Instead, use that time to read a book, to maybe do another jog if you've already done your exercise like I did. Go around the block a bit, at lunchtime, go around the block and get some more exercise in, get some fresh air in, do your wealth walk today. If you don't know what a wealth walk is, just scroll through the file section, you'll find a resource that says wealth walk. I have no idea which month it is anymore. I'm literally running out of when I have taught what inside of the den. Go through the file section. And for those of you that are new, let me give you the trick. Create a spreadsheet. See, Facebook is not as user-friendly as a search engine because it's not a search engine. So you're going to create your own search engine. You're going to go into, if you have an Apple product that has Word or Excel, these days iPads do have Word or Excel, you can use that. Otherwise, use a PC, good old computer, get onto your computer, open an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc. I would open Excel because with Excel, you won't be crashing out of your Excel. With Google Docs, unless you have the Wi-Fi, you're stuck. So open an Excel spreadsheet, whichever resource you use, and start filling that in with title link, month, June, July, August, September, October. We are now in January 2019. You create a month and you put in all the titles and the link that's attached to it. When you are searching for something inside of your spreadsheet, you just click find, because you can find stuff on Excel as a Word resource. It's now almost like a little search engine inside of a mini search engine inside of your Microsoft resource. So you click find and you type in the keyword. And if I was looking for wealth walk, I'd just go to my spreadsheet, which is open right here. I'd click find and type wealth walk, and it will take me straight to that very video that I did on wealth walk, and then you will know what wealth walk is. So for those of you that are new and are feeling overwhelmed, the first thing you must do, and I hope some of you are watching this, is go create a spreadsheet, put Winning Entrepreneurs Den daily wins, and you put month. The first thing should be month, link, and of course the month goes with dates below each month. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up to whatever the date, number of days a month is. The title, whatever the title was for that day, and the link. You right click the link, it will give you you right click on the video, it will give you the link, and you have your spreadsheet. Be resourceful, be creative, and you'll never have to look for things inside of the den and wonder what month was it, I don't remember. No, because you have your spreadsheet that gives you the exact resource when you just click find and you type the word that you're looking for. I hope that helps you with your resources. So today is cold turkey day. Go do something that builds you as a person. Usually news is old. The word news itself refers to old stuff that's already passed and being shared with the general populace that doesn't know what it's about or doesn't live in that local area, and they're educating you on the telly or on the radio. It's exaggerated because it's created to get you to grab your attention. It's a headline. It's created to grab your attention, galvanize you into whatever thought and action they want you to do. And it's usually bad. It drains your light and love. It drains your energy. It derails your purpose and mission. And for some, you lose confidence because you slip into fear-based mentality. You become a fearmonger and a doubter and all those things you don't want to do. It's toxic. Go on a news diet. Go on a news fast. Go on a news... I don't know when I last watched news. I am one of those people who is blissfully unaware of what's going on around the world, and I don't care. What matters to me and my life purpose finds its way to me. I guarantee you. Not through watching the news on telly or listening to it on any radio or looking for it online. Just simple as that. So whatever you set your goals to do on Monday, do as well times 10. So whatever you set to do today, Thursday the 10th, do times 10. So 10x that action. Go, because now you're not going to be watching news, flipping through channels and doing all that you might do. And I'm telling you, especially men love to watch the news. You literally love to feed your soul with all the negativity around the world because you think you're getting educated and it's cool to watch the news and go and talk with the guys down the pub about what's happening down in Iraq and what's happening in Birmingham and what happened down the motorway, and you feel like, yeah, it's the best way to hold a conversation. No, you don't have to hold those conversations. Hold conversations with winners and the conversation will be different. So you want to win, right? Go 10x the actions you decided to do today and go on a news fast today. That's your daily win. So let's get back to cold market prospecting and how to win in that direction. The ratio of questions to listening should be 90% you listening to them, 10% you talking to them. If you are like Julie, God bless her, and you love talking to people, God bless her again. Don't I bless me, Sam? I hope you do too. You will find that you learn to be in a state of appreciating the other person's life, their journey, and therefore being able to help them. When you talk, you talk yourself out of a win, you talk yourself out of a sale, you talk yourself out of someone's good books, because you might say things that you shouldn't have said because you're so busy talking, you forget to listen. It's about them. It's only 10% about you, because your aim is to serve somebody so that you can be served too. And so I find that for me, listening is one of my little ways to be selfish. If I'm listening to you, I am busy letting you show me how I can serve you, and letting you show me the easiest way to get you to say yes to me. If I don't listen to you, I'll never know, because I'm so busy talking and they talk, I forget to let you show me where it is easiest for me to point you in the right direction to my product. Listening is way, 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 way more exciting and sexy than talking all the time. So, as I learned from my mentor, Ray, talk less to more people. Talk less to more people. So, in order to do that, you have to do your research. You have to do your research. Homework is a life work. Homework is a life work, and I'm not talking about the hustle and the grind and all those things that are hard and bring all the kind of boulders on my shoulder. I'm talking about doing your homework smartly. Go online, do your homework, find out where your person hangs out. That brings me to something one of you raised a very valid point. One of you said, I really don't know how to use the avatar resource. I'm kind of stuck. And I'm going to give you a very quick short video. It probably will be 5-10 minutes long. I'll record it and post it here in the den, and I'll probably add it to those two resources, the target market and avatar exercise, so you know exactly how to leverage that resource. So when you are aggressive in your research, you know what your target market is in need of, and you know what are their trigger words. What words trigger them to buy? Yesterday I was talking with one of my coaches, and he was telling me that I believe you've started a membership product, and I said, yeah. And he goes, how much do you charge? And I thought, oh, here we go. He's gonna tell me again that you're undercharging, because he was one of the first people to tell me, don't you be undercharging and undervaluing your value. So I go, it's $20 a month. And he goes, that's great actually. And how do you make sure that the people inside of that resource are all served? And I said, I show up daily. And he said, no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, inside of that space, there are people who have started, they're just starting, they're new, they're fresh in the business, and they really could do with a daily daily step, daily action, daily progress, almost hand holding them, and that's great. Then there are the intermediate people who are starting to get some results. They are starting to grow, they are excited, they need a different kind of help. And then there are people who are already in their business, they are already getting results, and they want to move to the next level. They want to rank up, they want to maybe hit 3-4 ranks in this year. Those are in a different place. Then there are people who have £0 to £500 or dollars a month earnings. Then there are people who are earning 500 and above a month, and then there are people who are hitting thousands a month. You can't put them all in one basket and I say, I'm listening. And he said, so he says, and this is something I'm sharing with you because some of you are in this space as well. You are coaches, you are, you're impacting people in different ways. And he goes, so you need to be serving people in different ways. Inside of your resource, you should create different tiers. So you should have the basic winning entrepreneurs, and then there are the go-getters, and then there are people who are badass bosses. And he used those exact words, and I was like, I already have go-getters and badass bosses, but not in the den inside of our tracker. And he said, and then you can actually invite them to your bigger services where you actually dig inside someone's business as opposed to giving them a general overview of how to do things. So for those of you, and this then brings me to that this is something we came up with together, and I'm gonna give it to you raw now, and as it evolves you will be able to evolve with it. And then just like there are pioneers in the den who came in at literally the pioneer base, you who are going to take action on this will be the pioneers on this program. For those of you inside of the den right here who are ready to take your business to a whole new level, who are ready to be the brand and serve people in a whole different way, maybe speak on stages, serve people and maybe become a coach at some point in your life, this is your opportunity to take on. Of course, you can stay in the den because you will then be a life member of the den, but also you are invited to be part of Jet Set Academy coaching for an amazing price. Usually, Ignite goes for $997 for 5 sessions plus a closing one, making it 6 sessions. For you guys in the den, there's a standing offer. I don't know how long I'm going to hold it as a standing offer because it's something that I'm literally excited to throw out there and to help you grow. It will be $597. So I've literally chopped off $400 for you guys. You get the same sessions, and if you have not yet committed to the den for a year, you will have access to the den for a year. Whether you have paid for a year, if you've already paid for a year, you'll receive something else. So for those of you that want to stay in the den and commit to the den, there is your offer. Usually people pay $997 for the Ignite session with me. You get it at $597. Now, for those of you that are past that stage, because the details of Ignite, which I'll leave inside here, are different, and the details of Propel, which is the other program in Jet Set Academy coaching, are also different. Some of you are already past stage 3 of Ignite. For those of you that would like to literally propel your business to a whole new level, we normally charge $2,997 for Propel. And that's 12 sessions, 90 days with me, digging deep into your business, branding you, creating your brand, targeting, creating your compelling offer, creating your marketing message, and going out there and serving people properly. And usually the people who buy this are usually already business owners who want to go and they want to use online marketing, and they have no clue where to start online, and they are ready to go. And for that, so instead of $2,997, you can get that at $1,997. And this was something that I had to really chew on, and we spoke with Paul till about 2 in the morning, and he said, okay, let's do this. And so, like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to hold this offer open for you guys in the den, but I'm sure Hazel will write this down inside of the comments and inside of the description, so that whoever watches this video, whether you watch it today or you watch it 3 months from today, as long as the offer still stands, you can access those details, because the links will be added too. So for Ignite, for the Winning Entrepreneurs Den members, those that are already getting some results and really want to move forward, is $597. And those that have already built your brand online, you already have a website going, you are already doing something, but things are not quite gluing together, it's $1997. So that's Ignite and Propel. They are Jet Set Academy coaching products, and they are amazing. And the people that I work with in that space are getting their own results, they're starting their own lives, they're moving forward, and it's all good. Let's get back to cold market prospecting. So get excited, get very excited. And for those of you that don't know, if you want to grow, you want to learn from somebody doing it. If you want to live a certain life, find someone who's living that life and model and emulate and do what they're doing, and you'll get their life too. So there you go, guys. Good morning, Maura. How you doing? Good to see you here. Maliza. Talk less to more people. It works. So be aggressive in your research and ask for the sale. Ask for the sale. Oh, something I forgot. The den is open for February. So usually we open the den for the next month in the month before. So it's open for February. I haven't even said this in the public space yet. I should have said that on Wednesday, that the den will be open on the 10th of January for 72 hours, making it, 3 days? Yeah, 3 days it will be open. The December offer went, for those of you that had a friend to bring in and didn't give them the link when it was open, you missed that offer, because the only way to access that link is to have that specific payment page saved somewhere in your ecosystem, so that you can go pay through there. I would not normally say, oh no, you came through a link that we closed. If you somehow were smart enough to save that link, that's how I think a couple of people came in. I'd already closed Pioneership and they still came in through Pioneers, even though it had already moved to beta testers. So if your people didn't grab that link, because there were a few of you that says, I'm bringing a friend, but the friend didn't take action, and it's not your fault. If someone's not ready to take action and they don't think they are worth $10, it's their problem. Seriously, there are a lot of people who think they are not worth $10. They'll spend $40 a month on a phone, whatever, on cable. That's why I told you, as a winning entrepreneurs, go on a TV fast. Cancel that cable. Honestly, if you're paying for cable, you're paying for, Sky, cancel those things. Save yourself some money. Reinvest it in you. Get that money together and pay a coach. And by the way, making the offer sweeter for you guys, if for instance at the moment you don't have $500 or $1,000, and but you have, say, $200, we can get you started, get you in the journey, and we can make a payment arrangement with you, because I really want you guys to succeed this year. I want to see breakthrough results. I don't want to see I made 2 sales this week. I want to see I made 20 sales this week. Because your products lend to that kind of thing. Okay, my products are $1,000, $3,000, $6,000. So they don't lend for somebody saying, yeah, I'm going shopping and I'm going to spend $6,000. Usually not on social media, but your products lend to that kind of money. So I want you to go breakthrough and sell more product every day. For those of you that have e-commerce stores, we really need to talk traffic. You need to come out of your head, invest in you, and let's get your e-store products flying off the shelves automatically, without you sitting there manning the shop and talking the walk. Because there are some products that just need people to buy them without you sitting there finding people to buy them off you. For those of you doing network marketing, networking is part and parcel of your day. But everybody else who does products that do not need network marketing, as in you're not recruiting people into your team to so that you grow wealth together, you need to start automating your systems. And so the den is an amazing place to learn the day-to-day manual marigolds on Let's Go Prospecting. Yet for some of you, your products really just need automating and systems. Okay, so research is great. Go aggressive on your research. And when you do, you know exactly what your target market needs. You know exactly what your audience needs. And you're ready to serve them from your place of need. And so we are going to talk about something that some of you do, some of you don't. There are things that there was a week when we dealt with handling objections, as they're called. I call them handling questions and concerns that come from your prospect. But we're going to stick to the word objections because it's probably what you hear from most other trainers, and you want to know exactly what they're talking about. So there are questions that your prospect may ask you that are non-serving. They're not even asking you a question. They are throwing out their current situation, and they are buying into that situation, and they have planted their spear there, and they feel good that they've given you an answer. Someone may tell you, after you show them an amazing array of products or benefits and their promised land, and they look excited, interested, and then they go, you see, Jane, I like this, but I don't have the time. I don't have the time for this. Right? Or they may give you the money thing. You know what, Jules, I don't have the money. I don't know. I can't afford this. Right. Here's the thing. When somebody gives you a non-serving response to your amazing presentation, which usually is a video, it's not even you talking, so, they've watched it and then they go, I don't have time for this, or I don't have the money right now, agree with them. There's nothing worse than disagreeing with somebody if they tell you their problem. I mean, at one time there was a coach who was teaching us that if somebody tells you they don't have the time, tell them, of course you do. Of course you do have the time. Everybody has 24 hours, and if you cut, I don't know what, and you don't do this and you don't do that, you'll have the time. And that already raises resistance in the other person, saying, how dare you tell me what to do and when to do it? Because they are already trying to evade your reach out for help. And then when you get them to get their hump up, you are in trouble. If someone tells you they don't have the money and you say you have it, gee whiz, they'll go, who do you think you are? But if somebody says, Jane, Jack, I am so busy. I'm working 3 jobs. I am a single parent. I don't know my head from my tail. I don't even think I'll have the time to do this thing. It looks good, but I don't have the time. Agree with them. Agreement removes any resistance. This person immediately they breathe a sigh of relief, like, oh God, she understands. Right? So I would go, of course you don't have the time, Jack. Successful people just don't. They are so busy, they don't have time for everything. And that's why I thought of you. You're not only agreeing, you're raising the game. You're telling them, I consider you successful. I consider you one of the important people to show this concept. And therefore, I'm showing you. Now you go further. I'll go, so, Jack, I know you are super busy. You see, successful people or go-getters, you may not use the word successful people, because if they are obviously not successful, they'll think you're disingenuous. So you could use words like go-getters, or people who have a purpose, purposeful people, people with intention. Use different words depending on the person's circumstances and how they may take the word successful and think you're just being flattering. And sometimes flattery doesn't work if it comes across as fake, if you know what I'm talking about. So use words like people who are intentional about what they do, people who are purposeful, go-getters like you are busy, they usually don't have the time, and you are that person. That's why I thought of you. And I want you to have more time to enjoy the things you do. So how long are you gonna allow the no time to stand in your way? I'm sure you wanna spend more time with Jazz. You wanna spend more time with your babe. You wanna take a few vacations. So I thought of you. I thought this is exactly up your street, because When you give it at least an hour or two of your day, now remember they've said they don't have time. Now you are pointing out how much time they might have to put aside to do this. If you set aside an hour or two maximum of your day, I know you're super busy, but this is something that could free your time. If you put in at least an hour or two in the next 6 to 12 months, you will free you and you will be able to do more of the things you want to do. Obviously, the time will pass, you see, Jack. 6 months are going to pass. Hey, the year is going to pass. At this time next year, you will be in 2020. The reality is, will you want to be in that place where you don't have time to do the things you want to do? So when you agree with them, and then you compliment them or flatter them in a way that is genuine, and then you point out that that problem is going to become a major, big boulder around their neck if they don't change the situation. Now you've flipped the conversation. Now they can't tell you they don't have time anymore, because now you've planted a seed that, how long will I continue not having time? How long will I not continue seeing my little girl grow? How long will I continue giving my wife excuses that we can't go out for a meal? I can't take her away for our anniversary somewhere nice. I can't buy her the car she wants, and all those things that your partner wants you to do together, and you can't afford to do them because you don't have time. And you are doing 3 jobs, mind you. So that is even more crazy. How's that going to affect your health in the next 5 to 10 years if you continue doing 3 jobs and they are not paying you what you deserve? So you point out the problem. You agree with them. Obviously, you don't have time. You're doing 3 jobs. You have an intention. You are on a mission to change your life. But this could cut your journey shorter from doing 3 jobs to doing just 1. If you do the work, remember what I said last week, point people to the real task. Do not hype it up. Do not say you only need to get 2 and all that crap. Show people that you're looking for people who are hungry and are ready to do the work. Right? So, agree with people. If someone gives you a non-serving objection like time, everybody has 24 hours. Beyonce, Jackson, Sylvia, Maureen, we all have 24 hours. And yet we are still doing these things that are meant to free us so that we can serve more people and enjoy our lives more. So that's one objection. I've given you the time, how you can handle the I don't have time thing. It's all about how you present yourself. It's all about, are you listening to the other person? It's all about, are you tuning into their big need? Because that question, that concern they give you is exactly the real reason, the pain that they are presenting to you, the reason why, if you handled it right, you would get that sale made. Because a lot of people don't know what to do once somebody tells them they don't have the time. I don't have time, and you're like, oh, now what do I do now? Oh, they don't have time. All right? One of my mentors 2 years ago was saying that she met this super successful guy. Super successful. I mean, this guy oozes confidence. He's the kind of guy you want on your team. And she was like, how do I handle this? And she did not know, hands on her heart, how she was going to handle it until she had a divine, it was like a slap in the face. And that's how she came up with this, what I'm going to share with you. So she approaches this guy. She's like, man, I've been watching you for a long time. You hung out with my friends or so and so. And I really respect how you're doing this thing you're doing. And I don't know what he was doing. I don't remember what he used to do, but it was something she knew about and he knew about her. So again, the no factor has to be there. And so she flattered him to Kingdom Come. And then she goes, I really would like to pass this concept by you because I believe you would be a great person with it. She went straight to the jugular because she knew he was a business person and he'd appreciate being told it's a concept that if you did, you'd do great. So again, some people, especially entrepreneurs, don't appreciate pussyfooting around and building rapport with them forever. They don't have time for you building rapport with them. They have time for people telling them, we've got a project, it's going to work, this is how it's going to work, let's go, pam, pam, pam. They are in, yes, they are out, good. So she tells him straight up that I believe you would be great for this. We do a great deal of travel. I see you travel a lot. You're always on a plane going to Phoenix, going to where, going to LA, so I believe this concept would work great for you, and it would also save you on your travel. You get some points back, and you would be taking your children on more vacations, because I see you traveling a lot, but I never see you travel with your children or with your wife. And he goes, see, that's why I'm so busy. As you see, I'm so busy. I'm building this business. I'm always going out to do presentations to different cities, and I'm invited to speak to different cities. And obviously he's now bigging himself up how busy he is. And she's agreeing. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my goodness. Of course you're super busy. My goodness, I don't even know how I would be if I had that same job that you do. I don't even know how you do it. And he goes, yeah, so now you see why I can't do it. And she goes, I see it from your point of view. My question for you is, how long are you going to let that happen to you? How long are you going to let that happen to your children and your wife? It's like she shut down the flow of, I am busy, I am this, I'm that. Seriously, the guy looked at her in total shock for about a minute, a hot minute. He was like tongue-tied. In his mind, he was like, literally, a light bulb had exploded and set off a spark of fireworks in his head of, she is spot on. And that's why you want to be listening to the inner workings of your prospect's mind, right? If someone doesn't have time and you agree with them, but then you ask them, how long is that going to happen? You're doing 3 jobs. You are not making ends meet. You are running around ragged. You're running yourself into an early grave. How long are you going to let that happen for you, to you, and your family? When she said that to this guy, the man stopped and said, okay, Jess, show me this. I want to see more. Show me how you would expect me to do this. Show me what you do to get these sales done, because like you're successful. You've been on the stage talking about how you build your business, and I want to know more. I don't want to know what you said on stage, because I know enough to know that what you say on stage is like the thin little canapes they share. They serve you in a restaurant. That's not the buffet. I want the buffet. And thirdly, what do I get paid? How much would I get paid? If I did this thing, how much would I get paid? Fortunately, she already had the maths. She already knew how much this guy on average was making with all that running around the country. She already knew he was connected with all that running around the country again. He definitely was connected. So she had her numbers, and she made an appointment. Remember, don't get so excited you start launching into a talk. Remember, you just say this person is busy, so are you. Make an appointment. That's exactly what she did. However excited she was, like, I've got him nailed now. She did not say, okay, let me show you now. No, she was like, okay, like I said, I know you're super busy. So am I. I'd like us to have a proper chat, 30 minutes tops. How soon can we sit down? We can meet in the local cafe. We can meet on Skype. We can meet wherever you choose to meet this person. And I'll show you exactly what you just asked me. How you can make it happen, what you get paid, and how soon you can get started. He was that excited. He made the appointment for the next day, and he was in immediately. He was shown the business, and he was shown how he would make money. He was shown what they do to make the money. How you treat a prospect and meet them at that point of need, that very concern, that non-serving question, that non-serving statement they make is exactly why you need to serve them. And most of you give up when they give you that objection, when they give you that statement, I'm busy. You're like, okay, I agree. If somebody tells you they don't have the money, same exact answer. Of course you don't have the money. And that's when you do the feel, felt, found. I know how you feel. I felt the same way until I found this concept where people like you and me who don't have a background in sales, who don't have a background in executive being, being CEOs, who don't have any background in big shot making deals, are actually sitting down with normal people like you and me and helping their people succeed. Because network marketing, for those of you that you are in that space, is a business model created on your network as a normal Joe Blogs. Your network working together with your friends, your family, and the people you know to build an income from the ground up. Grassroots marketing, where you can be the CEO of your life, even though you would never be a CEO in any company if you dreamt all day long, because you just are not connected that way. Or maybe you don't have the qualifications to be that. Now's your chance to show that you can do it. So ask people with a huge smile, put on your big megawatt smile and say, I agree, I understand. I never had the money as well. That's why I thought of you. That I know you have a family, your wife is preggers, or your husband is whatever, or you have an elderly mama, because we know each other from way back and I know your mom's not doing well. And or if you don't know them that well, just say, I thought of you because I felt that energy coming off of your posts, that maybe you might need this. You can just be as vague as that as well. And that's why I thought of you. When you show people you thought of them, they feel like, oh my goodness, they've been thinking of me, in a nice way as well. And the other thing you could do, which you can help yourself, is go, wow, Maliza, I understand you don't have the time, you don't have the money. Is that your polite way of telling me no? If it is, say no. Say no. I can take it. If it isn't, how soon can you get the money together? You see, pull them out. Call them away from that concern into where you can get the yes or the no. The concern is not your answer. That is the pussyfooting. Your answer should be yes or no. That's what they tell you. You show them the business, yes or no. That's it. Next. If you get a debt tied down, and if you are a person of your word, get your money together on XYZ debt, let's do this. Right? So, cold market prospecting, not cold market. Because if you are talking to somebody who's cold to your idea, you would not even have the impetus to say, I knew you. I could feel you. I thought of you. You don't know them. They don't know you. So how can you be cold market prospecting? So that re-emphasizes what I said yesterday. And if somebody raises the P word to you, for those of you that are in MLMs and tier marketing, the P word is that swear word that nobody ever wants to hear ever. I don't know when I last heard it. I think like 5 years ago. Pyramid. Is that one of those pyramid things? A closed mind never wins. When somebody gives you that, they are so closed. There's a seal across their door. So just thank them for their honesty. And thank them for their time, and you can just throw in a little dart that gets them to go away thinking, I'm closed-minded. Just go, you know what, Jules, I know successful people don't talk like that, but I thank you for your time. You've just literally thrown a big fat spear where it hurts, and you walk away. If they are open and they're like, no, I just thought this was the thing, and that's not what I mean. Okay, I did ask them, what do you mean exactly? And then you educate them and sign them up. So that's it. That's it, guys, from me today. That's the training for today. It re-emphasizes core market. You have to be warm to people. You have to be scoping them out. You have to know more about their lives than you need to. If you're going to be directly selling to them, that's why you need to know more. So you need to be checking out what they post. You need to be engaging with them. You need to be literally hanging out with them, because that's who you're gonna serve. You know they are your target market. You know they need a bit of educating, they need a bit of empowering, and then you can entertain them all day long with your posts, and they'll be liking, engaging with whatever you post. It is amazing because you're educating them, empowering them, entertaining them, and making them some money. That's it from me today. Okay, so Today is a TV fasting day. No telly today for you. You are busy becoming the human you want to be. Whatever you set out to do today, 10x that. Whatever your goal was for today, your action for today, 10x that action and enjoy your day. Thank you for joining me today. Take care. God bless you. Love you guys. Bye.